welcome to Represents. Today I'm sitting down with Renata Whedbee, an AI filmmaker and storyteller who's redefining what creativity looks like in the digital age. Her work blends cutting edge tech with deep sensory driven narratives rooted in Afrocentric perspectives. After losing partial eyesight in 2016, she found her whole new voice, and trust me, it's very powerful. Renata, how are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here with me. The first question I have for you is, as I said earlier, back in 2016, you lost partial eyesight, and that could have been a full stop for you, but instead it became somewhat of a turning point. And I want to know, how did that experience open the door to storytelling through AI?
So I'll go back um, to let you know about where my eyesight was and where it currently is at. Um, so in 2016, I had detached both of my retinas. Um, they still to date don't know what it's from. It's probably genetics. Who knows? But I detached the right retina, and then the left one was fully detached. So I had initially went in for one surgery to kind of press the retina back in place on the right eye. And the procedure is they put a nitrogen bubble behind your retina to kind of push everything back in place. It shrinks on its own, and then they were going to move over to the left eye. That didn't work as planned. So midway through, um, the nitrogen bubble dislodged. So I had to go back in. I ended up going back in for 8 surgeries on my left or on my right eye.
Wow, 8 surgeries.
8. So I could not, I couldn't see like at all. And then they did the left eye after this one semi healed enough to where they can do the left eye. Um, and same procedure, but with the left eye, it's completely, I can see light out of it. So it looks fine, but my pupils don't dilate anymore. So everything that is bright is overly bright, and if it's dark, it's like super dark. Um, so that is the new norm for me. Clearly, I'm navigating through life with it. It works. But I've always been in this creative space. Um, so now being able to utilize AI has just opened up so many doors. Um, I can put in a prompt. That's how you generate an AI image, and just run with it. So I don't actually have to sit there and see what I'm drawing, what I'm writing. It's just okay. What am I typing out today? And that's how I make my creations. So
That's amazing. I love your work, and it actually, like I was telling you, it's like for me, it represents like a love letter to African heritage
yes.
with a futuristic twist.
Hmm.
So what draws you to Afrocentric themes, and how do you choose which stories to bring to life? It also comes from here, but
Yeah.
you know,
It's the endless beauty that we are intertwined in. I mean, it just take Africa itself. You know what I mean? The tribes and just the culture. It's beautiful. And then combining that with the, we'll say, the futuristic stuff. Um, I mean, it's appropriate. I want people to know, like, okay, this is where we were, but this is where we're going. So it just makes sense to blend both worlds into one. Um, and the inspiration itself, it comes from everywhere. You know, I don't have just one cookie cutter. Like, okay, I'm just gonna stay with this, and it's just whatever comes. And I get to learn so much from my audience because I'll create stuff, and then they're like, "Oh my God, those look like so and so from the whatever tribe. I'm like, really? That's a thing? So now I'm researching it, so I'm learning from you guys just as much as you guys are appreciating the art. I'm appreciating just hearing stories and meeting people from all over the world and endless opportunities for me.
Endless opportunities.
Ah,
Like I was telling you, I was showing my kids, some of your videos, and they were like, "Wow, this!" You could see their eyes just light up just to
yeah,
see themselves in different situations, the wardrobe and
yes,
the background. It's powerful images, but
yes,
most importantly, I think it's positive images, right?
yes.
Something that we don't necessarily see all the time. So hats off to you
Thank
for
you.
this
My job
amazing
is
work.
to um, enhance what's already beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. You know.
So speaking about enhancing, AI is very powerful, as you know, but it's also it's easy for tech to feel cold or sometimes disconnected. Maybe you may disagree, but how do you make sure that cultural roots stay front and center in what you create?
Mm, I think for me, keeping the coldness out of it is combining the music with it. I don't know what it does. It brings it to life more. You know what I mean? And then trying to get it to look as realistic as possible. Um, I I do have a lot of people who, well, actually not anymore. But when I first started, people would DM me, "Oh, why are you doing this? This is AI." Yeah, I know it's AI. Well, why? It's like old. It's not. It doesn't have a soul. I
Mm,
guess we can make it have it to some degree. So just again keeping the primary message of um, showing people who we are and who we've been. I think that adds to the layer of I'm trying to oversaturate the coldness with this is our life. This is who we've been. Like, yes, it's AI. You guys look at fake stuff all day. So it's different. This isn't any different, but at least it's beautiful stuff you can look at. You know what I mean? And let it be a reminder of who you are, where you come from, and again, go forward in life with that empowerment. You know, so yeah.
yeah. You spoke about music, how music helps you create that. Okay, so tell me, that was my question. I noticed how powerful the images are blend with the right music, and you seem to hit it, on the nail every time with every
Yeah.
video that I've seen. How do you choose your music? And tell me about the process.
First of all, I think I'm a DJ in a past life.
You're a
I'm I'm,
DJ in the past life.
I'm convinced. But so um typically I listen to music a lot,
Yeah,
clearly. Um I can hear a lyric and then just create a whole scenario in my head and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, let me see if that'll come out." Yep, that works. Um so it's just whatever the vibe is for the day, you know. Um and it gives me a chance to school these younger kids on some really great music, you know, and then to capture the older audience, my age plus, like, oh my God, I forgot about that song. So
yeah,
I'm just trying to, you know, bring stuff back to the forefront, bring good music back to the forefront. So the music combined with, you know, um, the visuals, it works. It definitely works.
definitely works. I saw one your ads. I don't know if you mind sharing the collaboration you did with NBA player Jalen Brown, right?
Dylan Brown, yeah.
Yeah, I thought the music was so good. Using Outcast, and
Yeah.
to for that video. Tell me about how that collaboration, happened, and
I actually had someone on his team, a partner. They had reached out to me and wanted me to put it together, to promote his new sneaker line.
Amazing.
And I was like, okay,
No,
sure.
I don't want
Yeah, like don't twist my arm.
to. No,
So that's how that came about. Yeah,
that's
so that's
great. That's great. So it's
a
another
great
player.
opportunity.
Yes, indeed. It's another guy who's doing wonderful work for
Oh,
our community.
he's amazing. Just like I said, just the connections I'm gaining with people from all over the world. It's just I'm mind blown all the time. I'm like, how did you find me? Oh, through your social media. I'm like, where are you from? So I'm loving every minute of it. I really am. I'm blessed to come across people's path, and vice versa. Um, so like I said, it's endless for me right now. You know.
Tell me what a regular day looks like for you.
Oh, well, so now a regular day looks like working on a lot of art, clearly. Um, Doing some projects for people. I'm collaborating with a lot of
Yeah,
folks right now, here in the States and internationally as well.
yeah.
Um, and I was at my former job that I just left 2 weeks ago. I was there for 10 years. Yes, to do this full time.
Congratulations.
Yes. So I was there as a program director for a company who provides in-home support services for individuals with brain injuries.
Okay.
So I was doing that. That was my full-time, non-stop, 24-hour a day, gig, we'll say. And then you know, this is just like this is my passion. This is my purpose now. I know that. Um and I was like, I have to free myself up and do this, focus on this full time because it's nonstop. It's nonstop, you know. So a typical day, clearly check my emails, you know, smile, kiss babies, and just work on whatever needs to be worked on for that day. So I'm currently working on my series right now, The Cardinal,
Yeah.
and then I'm collaborating with the gentleman. Um, we're working on another series, short series called The Awakening.
Yeah.
That's going to launch in August. And doing a few documentaries, music videos, making art for people. It's nonstop. So, and then I have
Endless.
coming up too. So, if your kids want to jump in, I'm doing just a summer program
Okay.
for children ages 11 through 17.
Okay.
Um, so, if they want to learn how to create, they can certainly sign up. So, yeah, I'm busy.
Yes, you yes you are. But it's so positive, and it's a testament that you can pursue your passion and do have it as your 9 to 5, right?
Yeah, yes,
That's
yeah, yeah. I
so
feel at 43 years old, I can now say I feel like I found my purpose. You know what I mean? I'm not just like, all right, you're navigating through life.
yeah.
No, this is bigger than me.
Wow.
I have that. What I'm doing right now is bigger than me. I know I'm the vessel, I guess. Like I said, to just remind people of who we are. That's it.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's
So
it.
now, I mean, I don't need to ask you where you see this going. Obviously, this is leading to bigger things. But
But
where do you see the future of AI?
oh my God, it it's not gonna stop. So people just need to get comfortable with that. It's not going to stop. If they put restrictions in, okay, that's great, but it's not going to stop. We have to use it to our advantage. You
Hmm.
know, um, it's such a powerful tool. For I mean, just from my standpoint, clearly I'm using it for art, but AI as a whole can be used for the kids to learn how to do, just discover the world without leaving their own backyard. You know, so use it for positivity. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people are scared of it because it's new, and it is scary because I mean, just with the images alone, look how real some of this stuff looks. Like sometimes I'll generate something. I'm like, oh, that looks it looks a little too real, you know. Um, but this is going to give a lot of folks, creators, the ability to tell their stories in a way that's going to be a fraction of the cost. You know what I mean? They can get their stories out. There's no red tape. There's no middleman. You know,
Yeah.
and as long as you're creative, the possibilities are endless. But it's definitely gonna keep going.
Wow. So just using the right prompt to create something that's positive.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Amazing. And
Yep.
just scratching the surface.
Just scratching the surface. I'm telling you, like every day there's either a new update, new program. So you're constantly learning. You know what I mean? There are a lot of people who are going to miss their opportunity. I'll say that
Mm.
because, you know, they're stuck in their own ways. They don't want to learn. So part of AI and future is being willing to learn. You have to learn new skills because what you might have done, let's say 2 weeks ago, is irrelevant today. That's how fast it's going. So, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
But
Renata, I'd like to thank you for this short conversation, but
thank
very impactful. I know you motivate a lot of people, and I thank you for all the great work you're doing. It's certainly motivating to me when I see these
you.
images, so powerful. And I always end my conversations with this: is we learn today and we lead tomorrow. So thank you very
Yes.
much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.